Good afternoon, everybody. Just sort my hair out. It's been a long, hot day. Right, going to talk about this trade that I'm in on EU. Oh, where's that gone? One sec. Need to do that. Float on top. That's it. Okay. So let me try and give a breakdown of why I took this trade. So starting from the higher time frames, starting from the 1 hour. So we had this gap on Monday that just dropped. I mean, my idea was to look for shorts in here somewhere to then try and catch the shorts, but obviously with the gap it just came out and took external range liquidity. So that was that. That was that kind of done. But then price didn't come and fill this gap straight away. We just dropped. Came into, I think it was a weekly. One second. Came into this weekly imbalance fill price action. One second. Yeah, this weekly imbalance fill. We had this breaker block right here, which came into here, which can give us the pullback to go bullish. And then yesterday we were pretty bullish. Yesterday we were quite bullish from Asia. Kept pushing higher. This was internal range liquidity because we created this range from this high to this low, and this was internal range liquidity. This Asia high here was internal range liquidity, and price pushed up and came into this. I think it was a 2 hour. Yeah, it was a nice 2 hour block here. Came into there, and once we came into that, price started pushing bearish. The idea is that I just follow these bearish ranges. 15-minute. This is it was the 10-minute. So this is the 10-minute high. This is the low. This was the high. This was the low. This was internal range liquidity of this blue range, which we took out. We created this new range from this high to this low. 1 minute. You can see we took out internal range liquidity. We took out internal range liquidity of this blue range, pushed down, failed to take out this low, so then we created a new range from this high to this low. This is the internal range liquidity of this pink range, and then obviously we had this imbalance here. Price came and just filled this whole block pretty much, and then we started to get the drop. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? When you're in a trade like this, the price is just pushed like that. It's easy to start thinking, oh, I'll start taking profit now because price is just starting to pull back. But you have to remember the strategy. It's internal to external. So we've taken internal, we've taken external, and if you're wrong, then you've just got the range wrong. You just got the bias wrong. You just got the range wrong. So if you're right, this will get hit. Obviously, but if you've got the range right, this will get hit. No matter whether price pulls back to here, starts doing this, and then drops again. It's purely just confidence in the way you trade, and obviously forget about the profit, forget about the money. It's not about that. It's about the strategy. It's about the trade. So we're looking good. Let's just wait for it to hit TP. And I'm going to try and push it for 5, but I might just close once we get past this, to be honest, because the way it's pushed, I could see it just taking these lows and then start driving up, so we'll probably just close out here. But yeah, let's just wait. Sorry for the state of me. Been working. You see my bit dusty. Just wait on this one. You can see what I mean about the ranges. You know, this was the high. You might say, well, why this high? You know, why this high? Why not this high? Well, you know, this is the high that came in to mitigate this. So this was the last strong high. This was the last strong high. We pushed down. 1 second, let me just make this bigger. Yeah, this was the high that came in to mitigate this higher time frame block. We pushed down, we kept pushing down, we kept pushing down. We have a small retrace, push down, pull back, push down, and then we broke structure. So this is the range from here to here. This is the internal range liquidity. I mean, if you were in this short from up here, from here, which is a valid trade, and then price did that, it would be really annoying. But you know, the strong highs still hold. It would be annoying because you have to sit through this range then, and sit through this, sit through all of this pullback, wondering whether you're right or wrong, wondering whether you should go break even or not. And yeah. And I think also the key to this, you know, the lower time frames, is manage your risk, manage it properly. You know, manage it to the point where you make money, you make decent enough money, but not to the point where you're completely risking. You know, you've got too much on the line, so you're going to be, if price starts pulling back now, for example, you're going to get a little bit twitchy and think, shall I just close it in like 1 hour profit because you've got too much riding on it. You know, the key is just to get to the point where you're comfortable with just losing that, with that amount of money or that amount of yeah, however much you put on the trade. But let's see what happens. Should get hit now. Thing is, this is always the point. This last little bit here is always the point where it's like, am I right or am I wrong? Because we could be in this, you know, and we just come and take an internal, and then we come and take this. So if I'm wrong, this could be the play to take buys to come and target this. But yeah, I think the key is just to trust the higher time frames, trust your analysis. And I think we're pretty much there. We've got another couple of pips. Another pip and a half. Yeah, there we go. So nice 4R. It's the only trade I've taken today. I don't know what GU's doing. GU must be dropping as well. Yeah, GU, I was interested in this from up here, but it didn't quite get there. Yeah, mainly because of this 15-minute block right here. This could still be in play, you know, because now we've got breaker structure, retrace, breaker structure. This could be an inducement, inducing sellers to come and take them out, mitigate this, and then start dropping. So, but to be honest with you, I have to go out now, so I'm probably not going to take anything. But yeah, if I'd have had this for a 5R, like if I'd have had this down to here, you know, it's what price is well within its rights now to, well, now we've taken out external to start pulling back. So I'd be a bit annoyed if I was trying to push for a 5R and then this started happening, because we've just taken external, so it makes sense to. But that's it for me. So May 14th, New York session, just the one trade. Take it easy. Goodbye.